Alright, we got another round of 64 match. Just did BMG versus Face, and you can guess who won that one if you'd like. Shouldn't be that hard. It's a pretty simplistic and easy answer. But hopefully we'll have a little bit more of a good, even matchup in this game. Got Sun, the Solaire Club, versus HeRa Hellraisers. And obviously this is a round of 64 match in the CiC Qualifiers tournament. Sorry, I'm a little tired. Whatever. It's a bunch of matches that I really like to get through, and I'd like to cast as many as I can today. And so I'm going to fight through the tiredness, and hopefully that'll allow us to get some good content out there. Obviously, continuing to stream, continuing to do VODs. VODs are obviously better because my internet connection is shit, and sometimes you don't want to deal with that, but whatever. This game has started off, bans are done, and so far we've taken out Swiftblade, Parasite, Kronos, and Ophelia. So Ophelia, Kronos, not huge surprises. Parasite, probably not worth the first ban in my opinion, but not the worst hero to take out of the pool. You see him all the time. Swiftblade's just weird. It's odd to me why you would ban Swiftblade, but I guess if that's the thing that you want to do, go for it. Whatever. I don't know. Maybe they feel like the Hellborn side really likes Swiftblade, and maybe they played them before. I don't know. That's possible. Some of these teams may have experience with each other. This is probably the bronze-silver type thing, and maybe they played against them before, and they got destroyed by Swiftblade, and they're like, no, I don't want to face that again. Whatever the case, Tempest is the first pick for the Legion side. I like that. Having the jungler come out real early, especially considering both Ophelia and Parasite were banned, particularly by the Hellborn team. So Hellborn takes out two junglers, two of the three really primary junglers, and the third, Tempest, is picked up as the first pick by the Legion side. As has been mentioned, though, in several other cases, there are a lot more valuable junglers right now. Warbeast, Warbeast, Legionnaire, Solstice are starting to see some play in the jungle. I'm not convinced Warbeast is a jungler, really, but I mean, if you feel like that you can do that, then go for it. It seems to me that he just has massively low GPMs. He doesn't gank particularly well, so if you're going to run a jungler, there are almost always better options than that, but maybe you're looking for the late game presence he provides, which very, very few junglers really do, so I can see why that would happen, but maybe Solstice can do that just as well, so not a huge fan. And obviously Solstice ganks a little bit better, and he does, I feel, farm a little bit better than Warbeast does in the woods. But nonetheless, some people do feel like that hero is viable, and instead of just talking about random heroes that have not been picked up in this game, let's talk about heroes that have been picked up in this game. Kraken on top of the Tempest, and Jerizai and Empath being picked up by the Hellborn side, so there's some pretty obvious trends developing already. Legion side looking for that team fight. Kraken and Tempest Ultimates obviously both being extremely powerful in team fights. Neither one of them is particularly interested in just farming or just pushing. Tempest obviously a strong pusher, not a great ganker. Kraken a little bit better in that regard. But this is clearly a team fight team that's building up on the Legion side. Pearl adding to that as well with the Pearl bubble, saying, keep all my friends safe. And some people feel like that ultimate makes her as good as or better than Rhapsody, because she doesn't have to sit there and channel it. There's two reasons I disagree with that. First of all, the Pearl bubble is really easy to counter. Just get inside of it or get the opponent outside of it. It's not that hard. Secondly, Rhapsody's ultimate forces the opposing team to focus her. It's basically, you can only hit the Rhapsody at this point. If you want to do something to our team, you have to focus the Rhapsody. And any single time, any time you can force the opposing team to focus a support in a team fight is a great, great victory, because that means they're not focusing a hero that you actually want to live. Supports, it's great if they live. It doesn't really matter so much if they don't. So obviously, making your support here a target is extremely valuable, and Pearl doesn't do that so much, but whatever. Teamfight is strong on the Legion side. Push is pretty strong as well, with Pearl providing some heal. Tempest obviously with the minions doing some good work in that area. Jerizai, Empath, and Mastery of Arms obviously the picks on the Hellborn side. Much more single target here. Very defensive. Empath and Jerry obviously fitting that mold. Jerry with the heal and the protect. Empath with the as-1 helping out, and the global heal she provides. Master of Arms with the defensive Master's Call, also very protective. So HeRa going defensive, I think it feels, more than anything else. Not too much actual damage coming out at this point. We'll see if Master of Arms is a carry or a support hero, or at least a farmer or support hero. That's a better distinction to make. But I suspect it's going to be a support. just because the Hellborn side banned out both junglers in the early game. I'm thinking they probably don't have a strong jungler player, and they're not looking to face a jungle lineup. They're not looking to run jungler. They want the dual support, and that can work. Junglers do well against non-jungle lineups. Obviously, jungle versus jungle has a 50% win rate because only one side can win, etc. But if you run a jungle versus a non-jungle lineup, it does tend to win more often than not, regardless of the other type of team that you run around it. It's just having that jungle factor versus a non-jungler does give you an advantage. But we'll see if HeRa can overcome that at this point, and very possibly they can. Engineer, Flux, Dr. Repulsor, and Rally Engineer, Flux, Dr. Repulsor, Drunken Master, Rally, and Puppet Master can do the bans. Engineer, Doctor, and Rally banned by the Legion side, so taking out the one, and apparently I've lost the stream. That's what that ding was. So it wasn't you dinging, it was me dinging. And yeah, I don't know. I don't seem to be streaming anymore. I don't know what the hell's going on with my internet. I'm trying to do it off my phone, and maybe that's not working. So this might only be a VOD, but no matter what, I will. Nope, now we're back. Sort of. Apparently we've reconnected, and we'll see if that actually makes a difference. I'm not sure. It seems to be having massive issues, and you don't care because nobody's actually watching this live right now, and I'm just rambling about stuff that people on the VOD are going to watch. But anyway. Engie, Doctor, Rally, let's talk about those for a second. Obviously, support getting taken out, and Engineer really kind of silly because both Empath and Master Farmers are already picked up, so I don't understand why they want an Engineer. Dr. Repulsor, Rally making a lot more sense. That Suicide or Initiator Rally being a very valuable thing for this Hellborn side, and again would fit the theme of the defense. Dr. Repulsor makes sense as well as a short laner that really needs a babysit. Empath would work well with her. Him, really. Puppet Master getting taken out on top of Drunken Master and Flux. So banning the mid heroes, the Initiators. They're, I guess, assuming that Kraken's going to be a Suicide here, and that's not going to be the case, obviously, as Benzington is the 5th pick, following the Dark Lady. So this Legion side lineup, probably we're going to see a Sir Benzington Suicide, a Pearl, just probably solo Kraken middle, and a Pearl Dark Lady bottom, with Tempest in the jungle. That's a very powerful lineup, actually, and I like it quite a bit. The push is pretty strong, especially with Tempest and Pearl helping out a little bit there. Very strong link in with Dark Lady. Benzington, a dynamic and game-changing Suicide, gets banned a ton because that hero is just way too powerful right now. Kraken and Tempest providing a lot in team fights, and Benzington does as well for that matter. The Nightfall obviously being a valuable tool, and he just has the mana pool to be able to use his spells multiple times in a team fight. And whenever you have a hero like that, it's very valuable. Defiler going to be the last pick here for the Hellborn side, on top of the Oogie. So we'll see what Oogie can do. Oogie's a game changer, man. There's some times where you're like, oh crap, it's Oogie, and other times where you're going, oh boy, I'd really like to play against Oogie right now because there's nothing he can do. So really a skill shot based hero, but he's one of the very few heroes that can legitimately 1v5, where you can throw an entire team at him and he'll kill every single one of them, just because he's so goddamn hard to take out. I mean, his skills are basically designed, the more damage I do, the more mana I get back. The more mana I get back, the more health I get back. So I'm just going to sit here and do a bunch of damage and get all my mana back and get all my health back. And then you can't kill me, and I'll kill your entire team. And good luck with this. So Oogie going to be a central focus of this lineup. Hellboard also picking up a Defiler to give them some team fight, which they didn't really have too much of before. The Jerizai ulti would help out as well, but obviously Defiler's Expulsion providing a lot of damage in team fights and really being one of the very few offensive tools that this Hellborn team has, which is interesting. I mean, they're really heavily defensively focused. They've got the anti-push, they're looking to defend, use heals, and really focus, I guess, this Oogie. So I would say this game is going to rest on Oogie's shoulders. If Oogie does well, this game will be won. If Oogie does not do well, this game will be lost. Auto skip pause is on, obviously, so we'll just be skipping straight through this. Haha, replays are awesome. Anyway. And I'm interested to see the line setups here, because Legion sides are pretty obvious. They will in fact send Kraken Suicide the Benzington middle, so they're going to switch that up a little bit. I'm not a huge fan of that. Kraken's a good enough Suicide, he's definitely adept at that. But when you have a Benzington, he's so dynamic and game-changing in that role that I really would be loath to remove him from it. And instead it's going to be Defiler's short lane top with Oogie Empath middle and Master of Arms Jerizaiah bottom. I don't like these lanes. I really don't. Oogie Empath should be top. Defiler... I'll say I have True Suicide, I guess, so I don't really have an issue with the dual lane bottom. I think I'd rather put Defiler here, though, instead of Jerry, and send Jerry middle. Just because going with what the Legion side should run, which is basically what they're running, except the switch of Benzington and Kraken, it'd be really hard for Kraken to kill Jerry. It'd be hard for Kraken to kill Defiler, too, so really putting anybody solo mid would make a lot of sense. And the dual lane bot obviously makes a ton of sense as well, but middle lane, this is just odd, it feels. I'm not a huge fan of Empath in the middle lane, and really if you're going to do that, I'd much rather send Empath bottom with Jerizaiah and put Master of Arms middle. Master of Arms is a little more offensive support hero, has two abilities that can do quite a bit of damage, and has enough lockdown to help Oogie get his chains off with the Tarquake. So the two of them together could provide quite a lot of damage. They could provide the actual ability to kill this Benzington, as opposed to just harassing him out of lane and keeping him away from the lane, which they're not even doing a great job of right now. But bottom lane as well, you know, Empath does better in the side lane just because of where you can put the walls, it feels. So in that type of situation, it just seems like it'd be a little bit better defensively, with the wall acting as both an offensive and defensive tool, and they could perhaps do a little bit more to contest this lane. So we'll see how HeRa deals with this, but at this point I like Legion's lineup better. I like their laning decisions better, and so far they're off to a slight experience lead, not a huge surprise just because they're running the jungler. But Hellborn are gonna have to do something in the early to mid game of this because, you know, the Dark Lady, we'll see if she can carry Oogie. I don't actually know. We haven't seen Oogie nearly enough to decide, okay, yeah, this hero is better than that hero. But yeah, I'm not sure. Top lane, meanwhile, got Defiler versus Kraken. Defiler should win this lane. Kraken is a powerful hero, but didn't get pulled that much regen. He's on 6 tangos at this point. And Defiler can do a lot of auto-attack harass damage. Plus, the Wave of Death is not particularly high a mana cost. There we go once again, just spamming it. Can use it to pick up CS. The issue is obviously she's losing lane control as a result of that. But pushing this into the tower actually might get her some tower damage and could get her to just have it pushed all the way back. Plus, Kraken will continue to take damage here. So Kraken going to have to burn through a lot of his regen if he wants to stay in this lane. And two more auto attacks would actually get the kill here. I would prefer to see Defiler man up right there, because 2 auto attacks could very possibly have gotten Kraken a death. Oh, nearly got the kill there. A little bit more range and Kraken was dead. So Defiler has popped a mana pot here and has 2 more. So Kraken is going to need to bring some more regen to this lane, or is going to have to leave, because this is not going to work against the Wave of Death spam that Defiler's going to bring out. One more, yep, and it's just going to be never-ending. So the charge obviously will help him play a little more defensively, but it's not going to be a great lane for him up here. Mid lane once again, we've got Oogie and Empath doing just fine. Oogie is sitting on 17 and 8 compared to Benzington at 8 and 0, so Benzington not having a bad time at all. Tarquake goes down there, he's going to adjust away, we'll take the stuns. Tarquake once again, actually, so he takes a fair bit of damage there. Oogie not having enough mana to really pursue, plus that was a tower dive that wouldn't have worked very well for him. So I do like Legion's lineup. I like their lanes better, but they're not really winning this all that hard. It's a little surprising. I think Kraken probably should have brought a health pot. Not sure why he didn't. And at this point, when they saw what the lanes were going to be, they probably should have switched it up, because I get the feeling that Benzington could wreck this Defiler. I just feel like a hero without escape mechanism, who's relatively slow in the early going, like Defiler, just would get destroyed by Sir Benzington, and I'm not sure if that's totally true, because we almost never see Sir Defiler, so we can't really like, oh, this is an obvious matchup that we know who would win. But it's just the feeling that I get. Tarquake going down once again, and Benzington continuing to take damage, putting some harass here onto Oogie, who's dropping below half, obviously has that bottle, will use it to heal up. Bottom lane, meanwhile, Master of Arms putting the goo down. Jerizai gonna heal himself, but still in a lot of trouble. Puts the Protective Charm on as well. One more auto attack, and that's gonna be the first blood. Dark Lady gonna take some damage from Master of Arms though, and perhaps could be in some trouble. A few more auto attacks, and that'll be enough. Master does have both of his spells up. Gonna get the kill here onto Pearl, and perhaps try to follow it up with a kill onto Dark Lady. No mana enough for another kill. Meanwhile, in middle lane, they actually do get the kill here onto Oogie, as Tempest comes in and gets the stuns down, and that's gonna be a nice kill. So we'll see if Benzing can live through this. One more hit. Oh god. Haste Rune's top. And he's going to survive because of it. So he takes that and starts sipping the bottle, running away, and empathing to put the wall down and stop Tempest from chasing. But a nice kill there for the Legion side. And actually to the Hellborn Courier as well up top. Defiler are going to be in a lot of trouble. And that'll be a nice kill. The Graveyard Taunt. 3-1 hero kills now in favor of the Legion side, and they're doing quite a bit better than they were even a couple of minutes ago. All of a sudden taking a 1,000 experience lead and 3,000 gold, or 1,000 gold lead, 3,000 experience lead. I always get that wrong somehow. But it feels like their superior draft and their better laning decisions are paying off a little bit here. And Oogie really needs to be snowballing hard, and this 280 gold per minute's not going to do too well. Dark Lady's already at 340. Obviously, getting that first blood very helpful. Middle lane Tempest is hanging out here. I'm not sure if they know it yet. They now knows here. Obviously, Tarquake going to go down, won't hit anything. And I'm not sure what they're looking for at this point, because it's probably not a push. He's level 5. He's not super. Joust gonna miss there. And there goes the Torrent on top of the Nightfall. Kraken ultimate gonna hit too. Nightfall gonna hit here onto Oogie. He's in a lot of trouble. One more auto attack. Lance Along will finish him off. Essence Link stun not nearly enough to save Mr. Oogie, and he will get focused once more. Meanwhile here, Pearl in a little trouble. Not so much actually. Jerizai picks up the Invis Rune, but it's not gonna result in anything. And with the level 6 Tempest, they are now gonna push middle lane. Wall goes down. Gonna be a little bit of a deterrent in pushing this lane, but they probably won't get the tower kill here. Oh, in fact, they might. We'll see. They have the cannon for a while. Darkwake will go down there, and yeah, they're going to be able to stop this push, but they'll get a fair bit of damage on this tower, and we'll see what Kraken decides to do. Tarquake actually hits too, and Kraken once more. He's taking a fair bit of damage. But in the early going, obviously, Oogie has some issues. Joust through there, and he's going to take a couple more auto attacks. Bennington will die, but so will Oogie, so actually a pretty good one-for-one trade there, as Oogie is much more important to the Hellborn lineup than Bensington is to the Legion lineup. No doubt. Dude, move your elementals. The lack of Maker here from Tempest is a little surprising. Once again, they're going to continue pressuring this middle tower, and won't be able to take it down, but should get a little more damage. Top lane, Defiler is level 7, so has her ultimate if she wants to go for this top tower, and if she'd pop it, she would get it. So I'm a little surprised she's not going for it. The Wave of Death there will help, and this creep wave is going to expire, and she still has the cannon. If she had popped her ultimate there, so that would have been a dead tower. So I'm not sure why that didn't happen. Bottom lane, meanwhile, they're trying to jump onto people. Might fall onto 2, in fact, but Bensington pretty much trying to do that to save himself, and that's not going to work. Pearl running away here with creeps following her, but she will be okay. TDL is really low on life and probably needs to get the hell out of there. Oogie gonna die. Tarquake up will hit Dark Lady, but nice pushback from Pearl. And Tarquake will not hit again, and Jerizai is getting blocked out. Pearl doing a great job here defending Dark Lady. Release Drac gets dropped off to the side on Oogie. He's going to take a bunch of damage, but he will activate the Conflagration and try to run away. Kraken here, tipping the bottle, trying to live. Jerizai will heal bomb him to death, but he's going to pay for that with his life, so it's a 1-for-1 so far. Tempest, in the meanwhile, going to put the Chain Spike down and will put the ultimate on top of everything. And Path going to try to do something here. Pearl pushing everybody away. Tarquake, though, going to hit. One more auto attack will finish off Tempest. That'll be his death. Wall going down as well, so the port here from Benzington. Bot back? No, just respawn. So nice fight back there from the Hellborn side, really. As Oogie proves to be just as annoying as we all know he is. Meanwhile, the Defiler up top continuing to push the wave. Actually did take that top tower down, used her ultimate, probably a little later than she had to. But Nonetheless, managed to kill it. And this now secondary tower is going to start to get pressured. Cannon dies there, but Kraken finally returns to the lane. He's been missing now for the last, 4 or 5 minutes. And Defiler's just taking that opportunity to massively boost your GPM. 312 gold per minute now. And a tower kill. So 6-5 hero kill lead, about even, and Master's in a lot of trouble. Joust there is going to be in one. And there's a Tainted Soul as well, going to hit the heal and the protective charm. We'll see if that matters. Doesn't.
Activated.
Oh god, Tempest is coming in here as well. One more auto attack. Oh, everything being used here, but Master's still going to die as the Nightfall. Now Jeremiah out of mana, out of ultimate. And we'll see if he can live through this. Lance along, one more auto attack. Bottle sips are there. He's going to try to get the Joust off. He still sees him. There it is. And that's going to be a dead Jerry. So well played there from Bensington. We'll be able to run on out of here and be totally fine. We're all going to have a similar situation. Defiler trying to chase down Kraken here, do some damage, but it's not going to happen. Kraken finally choosing to defend this tower. So pretty even game here so far, about 10 minutes in. Laning phase probably went a little bit in favor of the Legion side. They do have a slight experience lead. And up 3 kills. Down a tower. But it's the long lane tower, so it's not a huge deal. Master of Arms off to the side. We'll see if he's in trouble. He's probably in trouble. I'm surprised they didn't go. There's the Charging Strikes. Tainted Soul as well. And that's not going to be it. So, for some reason, Pearl didn't loop around and go after him as aggressively as she probably should have. There's a real good chance they could have gotten that kill with the Asphyxiate. Tempest, meanwhile, is off to the side, and Master's going to run right into the woods here. No. But Jeremiah is here as well, and this is definitely setting up. Bensington coming in from the side as well. Has ultimate in 10 seconds. Tempest is here, puts the ult. Silence is not him, in fact, but there's the unholy explosion from Defiler. They're going to be able to save Master of Arms with a nice wall and some good heals and ultimate. Pearl off to the side trying to live, should be able just fine as they're chasing the rest of the team. Joust is getting cancelled here. Will actually coming in, and Master of Arms will drop. Jeremiah going to be in a lot of trouble. Lightfall goes down as well. Pearl puts her ultimate down. That's not going to help her too much. Jeremiah getting focused, but there goes Pearl. Meanwhile, off the side, Glacial Blast will get hit, but Darkblade dies as well. Kraken going to be able to finish off Jeremiah, and Defiler just dies to Kraken. So Oogie now really powerful. We'll see what can happen, but man, Empath taking a bunch of damage, more auto attacks. She's just barely going to live. Oogie sipping those bottle charges, trying to get the Darkblade. A nice dodges there from Kraken. Will push him back into the side. Tower taking a whole bunch of damage here. Tarquake once again going to miss. And ultimate coming down from Tempest. That's going to be a death onto Oogie. And Kraken and Tempest survive with almost no health. Kraken at 50 or so, and Tempest maybe 60. Jesus. Empath also got away with a sliver of health too, but that was a hell of a team fight from both sides. This is turning out to be a really good game. I thought Tempest had used his ultimate way earlier than that. He had a big 4-man hole set up here, but he might not have been on cooldown, off cooldown. I didn't actually check. Now Master of Arms in a lot of trouble. You can take the Taint Soul and the Joust. You're dead, buddy. The long-range initiation from this Legion side is really powerful. Oogie, for some reason, porting in. Putting the ultimate down and the Tarquakes, but he's going to take a whole bunch of damage. Joust actually missed. He's going to try to take down this Pearl. It's not going to happen. He dies. That was a terrible decision. I really do not understand why he ported in there. His team was coming, but they were way behind him. And there were 3 he knew there were 3 heroes there. Tower now going to be really heavily pressured. Wave of Death on top of the wall, going to provide some counter push. Master of Arms obviously not here as he is dead, so no Acid Bomb. Defiler running down really aggressively. No Tempest ultimate obviously, but Bensington off to the side in the woods looking for a flank. Kraken's middle by himself. And the rest of this Hellborn team is moving down bottom lane, so we're looking at a 4v4 right now. In fact, Defiler actually going over to check the rune. And it's not there. No, she's going to go defend middle tower. But it's going to be too late. It's going to die. Even with the fortification, Defiler's going to try to get deny. Not going to. Oh, wow. Well done. So, good play there from Defiler. Kraken will charge away and be totally fine. Bottom lane, meanwhile, once again getting pushed in. And Oogie going to put the Tarquake onto just 2, actually, now. Going to hit Bensington once again, and a 3rd time. So, Bensington taking a bunch of damage. Darkwake going to help to push down these creeps, and he will get a Ring of Protective charm on him as well. Obviously the counter push here for the Hellborn side, very strong. Acid Bomb and the Wave of Death in particular being the powerful spells. Defiler off to the side, looking for something. TDL is the only one showing herself. But it's pretty obvious to both teams that the backup is here. And we're looking for yet another big team fight. TDL basically just free farming, which is a pretty substantial advantage for her team. And the GPMs across the board also looking pretty solid for just about everybody. Jerry suffering quite a bit, but other than that, people are doing pretty well. One side actually going to back up here, as Ogie's going to take these triple ancients. Strong farm here for him. Empath actually getting like 4 of those kills with the wall. Kind of funny. Regardless, bot tower here will be pushed in, and it's low enough. It's definitely going to be put in deny range. We're going to see if Jerzai can get out of here. There goes a torrent. Joust will just barely hit. That is such long range, man.
Massacre! The Legion have destroyed a Hellborn tower.
Jerzai dying once again. There goes another tower in favor of the Legion team. And they're at 5k gold and 5k experience. They're going to continue pushing, it looks like. Tempest Ultimate is up. It's to level 9, so no level 2 ultimate, but really level 1 ultimate, level 2 ultimate, not that much difference. Most of the cooldown, really. Tempest working his way off to the side, does have a portal key. And Master and Empath are here, sort of looking like they want to do something. Rolls off to the side as well. They're just cutting down trees for Tempest to do something crazy. Oh, he has it. Oh, that's a huge ultimate. Jerzai gonna run right into it. Nightfall on top of the release of Kraken, and that's the beautiful setup. Everything is dead.
Absolutely.
Oh, Jerry.
The Hellborn have destroyed a Legion tower.
Oh, Jerry. Oh, that was on Jerry, man. He was outside of the ultimate. He couldn't have stopped it, but a Soul's Blessing would have stopped so much damage.
The Legion have destroyed
That is painful.
a Hellborn tower.
Defiler is pushing in like crazy, but Kraken's gonna back her off. That was a beautiful ultimate from Tempest, and man, Jerry walked right into it. Once again, that was me. That was the stream. Apparently I've lost a connection. This was working the other day, and apparently for some reason it's not working today. I don't know why. Did find out getting it harassed a little bit by these solutions, but not caring too much. They're gonna run into Pearl over here. Need to push back. Tarquake will hit once. We'll see if this actually turns into anything. Tarquake gonna hit a second time, and boy, you're dead, Pearl.
Kiss my ass.
Kensington is invis, looking for a jump here, and boy, Master of Arms, you're in some trouble. Puts the ultimate on himself, and Charge will actually miss, doesn't matter. Top Dark Lady can take this tower down, but she's going to get collapsed on, and she's in a lot of trouble. Tarquake 1 will not hit. See if she can do anything else. We'll try to port away here. Essence Link could come out, but not enough time, so well played there by TDL. And she will be just fine. Obviously, a lack of stuns here on the Legion side as well, and I didn't really address that earlier, but they've got one reliable stun on Master of Arms, and the Essence Link, maybe. It is Essence Link. I don't. A lot of times, other casters, let's call them, we'll call it Lifelink, which is it's not Lifelink, it's Essence Link. Get it right, people. That's my That's my bitchiness of the day. Tempest's going to put the Glacial Blast onto Empath, and boy, Kraken, that was a bad decision. He's going to run away, and he might be totally fine, actually. He puts the charge shot, though. And Tempest's going to be the first one to drop here in this fight. Kraken also going to fall as the Defiler ultimate comes out, so... I guess they didn't realize that the entire Hellborn team was there. But it was. They're now going to group up and push this top lane, and we'll see if they can do anything. I sort of doubt it. Middle lane getting pushed in by Bensington and Dark Lady. They might be able to get the secondary tower. In fact, it looks like they will. Dark Lady doing a ton of damage to the tower. And Defiler here to try to help it out. Charging Strikes are there, though, and she's going to push it down. Nice deny. Meanwhile, top tower getting pushed in by 4 heroes on this Hellborn side. And the TDL looking to take down Defiler won't happen. The fortification will go off to the Legion team. And Hellborn are going to back the hell off. Nightfall goes down onto Jeremiah here. 2 more heroes in arrow, no, but... And we'll see if Ogi can do anything. Ultimate comes out onto Jerry, plus the heal. They're going to try to chase on this Bensington. Darkway kicks him once again. Tempest with the 3-man ultimate, doing all sorts of work here, once again with a huge ult. And Burl going to push everybody away. They're going to take down Master of Arms and Jeremiah. Oogie now by himself against 4 heroes. No Fireblade goes on top of him. His mana is going to be going away really fast, and he's going to drop as well. So that's a 3-man wipe? Yeah, 3-man wipe. MVP Tempest, man. That portal key. I love it. I love the portal key build. I don't understand why pros don't use that more often. It's so good. I get why they don't. I mean, the Astrolabe is super valuable. The push totem is often very valuable. And other pro teams obviously won't typically just group up for you and let you have a huge ultimate. And they'll typically have, okay, you're going to stop it. They'll have multiple ways to stop it. So I know why it doesn't happen. I wish it did, because it makes for huge plays and it's really fun. So Tempest Ultimate now is down, but they have the entire Legion team sort of hanging around here looking for something. Congoar could perhaps be a focus. Word of Sight will go down right on top of the Hellborn Word of Sight, and that'll give them some vision. Ancient's going to be killed in the meantime, but it looks like Congoar is the choice. And 2 wards are going to allow the Legion to have some vision of what's going to go on, and Hellborn definitely knows what's happening here, obviously. Having a Word of Sight there, and off to the side, Kraken going to jump into 4, in fact, and he's going to be in a lot of trouble. Release the Kraken only actually does hit 2. Wall goes down as well. Essence Link, though, going to get everybody killed. Off to the side over here, Jeremiah does go down, so Kraken for Jerry, good trade for the Hellborn. And Darkway going to come out there as Oogie, as an Empath, inside a Defiler, actually. Tempest jumping off to the side, grabbing the Invis rune. It looks like they're going to try to wait out this Defiler ultimate. Dark Lady going to be visible, though, and we'll see if they can do anything. Blast Shot away. Is that the right decision? We're going to see Dark Lady get up, shot away, and she will be... Nope, she's dead. In the meantime, no, Oogie taking a whole bunch of damage. He's actually up on the cliff somehow, and in the meantime...
Legendary!
Pearl dies. So, he dies as well, but Defiler and Empath running around. Empath finally is out of Defiler, and Defiler's ultimate is wearing off here. Now she's in a lot of trouble. Kraken goes to the side, looking for something here. Bensington taking a whole bunch of damage. There's the wall down as well. They're going to be able to kill Defiler. Empath's going to try to do something here. Both Kraken and Bensington are very low. Might be able to get this Bensington kill, but will die for it, so that's going to be it. Jeremiah comes back in. Tempest is still here, obviously. And charge back in, actually. Glacial Blasts are there. It doesn't matter. Torrent is enough, and that last auto attack will finish off Jeremiah. So Jerry at 1, 9, and 4, really not having a good game at all. 99 GPM, and substantially below even the supports. So he's just suffering. Middle lane, Elemental is going to be able to do something, but the Acid Bomb goes down and it just stops pushes so fast, man. So they attempt the Congoar, obviously it didn't go very well, but still up 11.5k gold and 15k experience. up here by Pearl. Will run away. Tarquake's continuing to hit though, and she's continuing to be in some trouble. Trying to get the hell out of here. Tempest will be able there for backup. Glacial Blaster there. Puts the ultimate, meteor down, and Oogie just getting destroyed. Soul's Blessing not doing too much there. Heal as well. Trying to stop there is the empath, but Cherzai is still in too much trouble. Pushback from Pearl, and it's going to be another death. So 2 easy kills. Nightfall now onto Master of Arms, and he's going to get chased down. Joust is available. Will not hit though. Defiler's here as well. Takes the pull in. She's going to drop her ultimate, but there's just too many sources of damage, or targets, and that's not going to do too much damage to anybody. Empath off to the side is also looking to get picked off. And we'll see if there's any stuns or anything. Charge misses, but that's not going to matter.
No chance.
Genocide. And then all of a sudden there's a mid-tower push. Pearl does nothing with the tower damage. Oh well. Mid-tower gonna drop. That'll be Rax as well. Jerry's back alive because he's just a low level. He's at level 10. So is Oogie. They're not going to be able to stop this. Tempest Ultimate is alive, is up still. He's going to look for the initiation, I suspect. And there's going to be the jump onto 2. Oogie off to the side, getting caught off all by himself, but there's going to be another couple of kills. Cherzai and Mastodon's going down right immediately. Oogie going to drop as the 5 collapse on him with the release the Kraken. Wall goes down, Defiler's there as well. We see the CC vote get put up, and it looks like Legion's going to take this game. And they're substantially ahead, and that's going to be it. So Defiler dying, Empath dying as well. Oh no, that's been the game. So anyway, well played Legion. I really do think they had a better draft. They had stronger lanes. They didn't do super well in the laning phase, but they managed to really be able to show their teamwork and show the ability of how powerful their team could be in the mid game. Obviously Tempest with 2 huge ults really creating a lot of space for them, getting a bunch of kills, and so really well played to the whole team though, as they all had great games. And we'll move into the next game in the round of the